My name is Marielle Plaisir. I am a French Caribbean artist and fashion designer. I think I became an artist at the age of 7 years old. I was in France, I was very sick, and the doctor came with panels of pencils. So I tried to draw, only drawing. And it was my first act as an artist, I think. If you would like to come to my studio, you would see big tapestries, sort of big paintings, another space of experimentations, and another part with fashion art collection with bags, handbags, purses, scarves. I am describing myself as a multimedia artist. I am first a painter, but I try to express myself with different kinds of propositions, big installations, performances, paintings, sculpture. I am also a fashion designer for Roche-Beaubois. I am working on a collection of carpets and pillows for that brand. Miami for me, is a very specific country. It's Caribbean, but in United States. And it's very, very interesting for me to understand this part of the country and to understand histories of different communities, Cuban, Haitian, Dominican, and I am trying to find a link between those histories and my own histories. I was born in France, I grew up in France, and during all my childhood, I never had conscience of the color of my skin. I am a black woman, but when I arrived in the Caribbean, my father comes from Guadeloupe, I took conscience of this aspect. And it was like a shock because my father told me that my grandmother was slave. And during my childhood in France, my father talked to me about the history of France with kings, with different wars, but he mixed this history with Caribbean fairy tales. So I grew up with those two pictures. Two big pictures. Guadeloupe is an overseas department of France. So people in Guadeloupe are Caribbean, but are French too. And it's very difficult to have a position in the world with those two components. Guadeloupe had a slavery part in his history, and I am very touched by this part. And I am developing the kind of domination and power in my work. So the first point is my own history, but I am trying to extend this point to all the world. I have a project for this studio residency. I have one question at the beginning of my project, and this question is: how do people who was born in the struggle of power, domination behave? And I ask this question for different communities in Miami, and they have to give me one object in link with this question. And for example, a worker give me a pair of gloves of work, and I did a mold, and I'm going to transform these gloves in the beautiful gloves of kings. And for me, it's to transform power in beauty. It's something very precious. In my painting, I just want to paint beauty. I don't want to paint suffering and madness, and I just want to paint nature, flowers, and with gold pigments, and beautiful things, beautiful pictures to give to people. It's a gift for me, a painting. So the reverse of the world, a beauty, the beautiful part of the world. I think each person has a beauty in his body, so I just want to give that.